and 1629 CET. Grace Carter is joining me today for our live. It seems we're live. It shows that we're already live and nice. So today our topic is going to be our abundant life. We had 1 month of covering abundance in different areas. Today we want to talk about what we did this month and why we shared that. And also we want to answer some of your questions you sent us. And we're very excited about today. Grace, how are you doing today?
I'm good. I'm excited about talking about this. I'm excited about people being with us. If you are with us, just chat in the chat box or comment in the comment box. I'm not sure what it's called. And we can see it in our stream here, and then we'll be able to interact with you as much as we can. So please feel free, if while we're talking, a question comes to mind, just stick it in there and we'll talk. We'll go around 15 minutes. So it'll be quick. And I'm excited. We're going to start just by sort of talking about the journey that we're completing today around abundance. So, Gabriel, what are your reflections about the month that we've enjoyed talking about this one word, abundance?
I mean, it's been an amazing experience. The idea came up, I think, in July. I was talking with a friend, and he wants this abundance challenge. I was like, why not? Let's just do that. Let's do a month of abundance and look into the topic. And I have to say, I'm really blessed by what we did. Because like it made us think about so many things, and abundance is not just about money; it's about so much more. Um, it's about a way to live, actually. And I have seen over the past days, weeks, I have seen more abundance in my own life. I've seen opportunities to be more generous, but also to get more, to receive more, and to give and to receive more, and to value the abundance we have around us a lot more. So I like just by doing this together, like my eyes opened towards abundance, and I can also already see some results in my life as well. How was it like for you, Grace, this month?
Yeah, so much like that as well. I have to admit, when we started thinking about what we were going to do in August, I couldn't imagine that we would have 31 days of things to say about abundance. And so, actually, I think we could probably go on because it has turned out to be such a rich minefield of ideas and concepts and challenges to move us forward. So, in a lot of ways, it's been a journey of discovery of these dimensions of this term, abundance. And that's been sort of fascinating, how it's like peeling an onion. And then in your own mind, there come these opportunities to shift perspective as
Mm.
you look at different layers of that. You mentioned gratitude, for sure. It's that it turned out to be such a foundational piece for abundance, was kind of a surprise. But then, as you think about the economy of God, it's a different relationship than just money. And I really think if there's anything that we have discovered, and that is most people are limited when they think of abundance just about resources like money or
Mm.
how much stuff they have. It's such a limiting way. And when you think of abundance that way, you feel like you don't have very much. You feel like you're in a very scarce place. And then that creates these behaviors that arise out of scarcity, like fear and oppression. So
Right.
it's really been interesting in that regard.
Right. And it's like you said, it's a lot of times we think of abundance in terms of something to get, like I want to have abundance in the future, but the biggest abundance is the one that we have and don't recognize,
Mm,
and we don't use it because we don't appreciate it. It's all around us. Like I think once we did the segment called abundance in your backyard was your idea, Grace, to like just look around where you are locally, and try to notice all the things that you missed. Actually, you missed because we think, okay, we need to go somewhere, we need to do something big, and go somewhere else. Abundance is somewhere else, somewhere in the future, but now it's now and today, and it's in our lives already, and it's important to open our eyes to that, and just see. It could be asking for any question. It could be like being in the store instead of looking around 1 hour and trying to find what you find. Just ask the person, in the shop to help you find it. That's abundance. That's a little step that opens you up to the immense opportunities that are around you all the time. Yeah.
yeah, I love that. So in my backyard, I won't say I discovered because I knew it was there, but I never really imagined uh, partaking of it. So there's this trail called the San Francisco Bay Trail that circumvents the Bay Area. It's right now around 300 or 400 miles. And so with a friend, we started hiking it. And so over the next months, we'll do that trail. That arose out of looking what's around me that I've not
Wow.
experienced, and so I think that that notion of expanding possibilities is an outcome of living an abundant life, and you can get them so quickly
Mm.
just by looking at your environment in a new way and saying, what is here that I have not observed before? What's here that I've not partaken of before? Who around me should I try to know?
Mm.
And it's been a really good experience in that way.
And as you mentioned, like relationships are so important for abundance, and looking at the people in our lives that we have already, the people that might be around us that are excellent. We often think like, oh, they might not want to help us, they might not want to do this with us, but they might want to. Like the same thing. Like we started our video series. It's one out of a simple idea, like both of us trying to kind of like do it on our own. Didn't work really well, and then we joined forces, and here we are. It's already been 3 months, I think, that we've been doing this,
Yeah,
and
definitely a journey in abundance.
right,
Um, and of course, along the way, we've overcome some fears, and we did our sort of amazing journey through the letter C
right,
in the first month. And so that sort of brings me to some of the questions we have because we're
right.
already 8 minutes in, so we should probably answer some of those. And one of the questions that I've heard from people who are listening is, how did you and I meet? And so we actually have two different stories about that, but they sort of come to the same place. So Gabriel, why don't you tell how we met?
Right. So we both did an online course on goal setting together, and we're excited about. And I discovered a post somewhere in the forum, the Facebook group of the course, that they were people. Some people were trying to build a mastermind group. I was like that, and I tried to build several groups before like that, just to help each other out, going through some stuff together. And I was okay. Like, I want to do this. I don't want to be alone in achieving trying to achieve my goals. I want other people to join me on the journey, and people who've done the same thing, people who've done the same course. They know what they're talking about. They know the language, and so I think, Grace, you posted that post on Facebook with somebody else. I was like, let me join. And this was like 2017, I think.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
Right.
and you were the youth of the group
Right.
that came aboard, and so out of that post on Facebook, would anyone like to join us in a mastermind? Grew an actual mastermind group that has continued to meet twice a month
Oh,
since 2017. And so over those years, we've really gotten to know each other well.
right.
Um, and and so this actual exercise of getting together to publish video together arose out of our mastermind group.
Mhm.
So here's another question: where are you two located? Um, so the miracle, I guess, of technology is way back in 2017, we met using Zoom, which at that time was, I guess, a fairly new technology.
Mm.
And it allowed us to gather people from all over the world. And so I live in the San Francisco Bay Area in the United States. And Gabriel is in Germany and Europe.
Right.
And so we had all kinds of people from Canada, from the Eastern United States, from um, West and Eastern Canada, or maybe it's more like Central Canada and Eastern Canada, and we've become really good friends. So, Gabriel, exactly what city is it in Germany that or what part of Germany do you emanate from?
So right now, in a very tiny village, which has, I think, almost less than 300 people living in the village, and it's very close to the border to the Czech Republic. So it's I wouldn't say a place, but it's pretty much the end of the country, um, and but right in the middle of Europe, so to say. And but I travel around a lot. So I'm always somewhere, and I might be in a different country, might be different place of the country, or somewhere in a different on a different continent even. And the fun thing has been how we always stay together. I mean, we started this journey when I was still in Brazil this year. So and now I'm in Germany. I've been in different countries in between, and so that's kind of interesting to have this opportunity to connect virtually, and yeah, that's very amazing to do that.
Yeah,
There's not. Do you want to add something, Grace?
go on. No, no.
Um, Another question was, how do you decide on a subject? I think that's a very interesting question, Grace. What do you have to say about that?
Yeah, it is an interesting question because it's a very dynamic process as far as I'm concerned. This way that we've come up with creating this 3 minute booster, very collaborative. We talk back and forth. And then we throw things out and we settle on something that resonates with the both of us.
Right.
So it's really been an experience in collaboration. Um, and so there is no magic methodology beyond that, as far as I can tell.
And I think it's so rich because some of us might bring an idea, and the other one adds into that or subtracts or whatever it is, and it becomes better because of that. It's for me, it's very playful, very easy, very light process, and it's always better because we talk about it and then we come up with something better than we had before. So that's always good. Then another question was there: how long are you going to do this? And that's a hard.
Yeah, that is also, who knows. We started
Right,
out with the 30 days and then we
right.
expanded to 100 days. And we
100
are
days.
very close to 100 days right now. And we still have more to go because as we have sort of launched this, more subjects have come to mind. So we don't know how long we'll go. just hang out with
Right.
us, and we'll
Right.
see.
Stay with us and maybe join us one day. Um, yeah, absolutely. And it's fun because it's enjoyable. It's fun for us to do. So it's light and easy. I think that's what I enjoy about this process of collaboration. Not being on your own doing something. Which brings me to the next question, which has been asked. What services do you offer?
Mm. You want to go first?
Right. I can go first. So it might have been obvious because of some of the topics we covered in the past, like abundance this month. We talked about overcoming fear in July, and we talked about general topics about personal growth and growing your business in June. I think it was June, right? And so we want to help you with these topics. And my specialty is overcoming fear, helping you to be courageous and to overcome those blocks that stand between your goals and where you are now. How to build the courage, how to overcome those fears, and also how to remove those blocks, those limiting beliefs that stand in the way. That's what I do. Grace, what do you
Mm.
want to share?
Yeah, I love that. So, very much like you, I really am interested in seeing people reach their potential. And my mastermind group is one of the methods I use to do that. The group that we have is in the process of being duplicated for other audiences. I have a particular interest in conflict and helping people overcome fear around engaging in conflict and in learning to engage in conflict in productive ways. That sort of arises out of my career as an attorney, and then I'm doing some mentoring and coaching, and all of those things are, of course, available to be to engage with me about. I'm really excited about what I've called my third act since I retired last year, and now I have a flexibility that many people would say that's a lot of abundance. I have a lot of abundance in my life as I've shed irregular employment. So, um, yeah, that's sort of what I'm doing right now.
Amazing. Amazing. Grace, do we want to give our do you have any further questions? I can't did you see any more?
I was looking, and I did not see that there were any. I am not sure. They did not show up no more questions showed up in the stream. Um,
Right.
and um, I think we've answered them all. And so we're at 18 minutes. That went by really quickly. I didn't think we'd be able to fill 15. So we've
Right.
definitely become better broadcasters over this period of time. I love that because that wasn't among my skill sets. Oh,
Oh, there's a question showed
here's
up.
a question.
Mark from Mark
Yes.
Dawson. He shared a question. What have you most enjoyed over the last 3 months?
Huh. I think what I've enjoyed the most is the expansion of my capacity of just overcoming that fear of turning on the video and then seeing what potential there is as we continue along this. That has been the most enjoyable part, engaging with people from all over the world around these topics. That has been really gratifying. What about you?
For me, it was just the process was so enjoyable. Like how we did it, was easy, enjoyable, and it was just a lot of fun. And in the beginning, I was like, let's like doing a daily video is like a lot of work, right? Um, but it was fun. So like it stayed enjoyable because we enjoyed the process, and that's why we also think, hey, we know how long we were gonna do this. as long as we enjoy it, why not keep doing
Right.
it, right?
Exactly. That's a good answer to that prior question.
Right, right.
When we're not
So, as
smiling anymore, you know the end is near.
right, right. Grace, do you want to give our audience a glimpse of what's to come? What's next for September?
Oh yeah, we are really excited about September. We're going to be starting tomorrow because tomorrow's September 1st, and it'll be 30 days of inspiration. Um, and we will be diving really deep into inspiration as a concept, as a experience, and in its multiple dimensions. It will definitely be eye opening.
Right. And I see there's one last question from Mark. We might want to cover that. What have you learned, and what are some key takeaways? Takeaways.
So going back to abundance, our monthly, our August theme, I really think what I most took away from that is the let's call it the ripple effect. Like abundance is like you throw a stone out on the water, and the circles ripple away, and it impacts all of your life as you change your attitude around what you what how abundance figures in your life, and you adopt an abundant mindset, then abundance just permeates your world. And that has been an amazing experience for me personally at what is really a very kind of dark period of my life with a lot of loss and
Mm.
and challenge. But even in the middle of that, I have felt that expectation and actually evidence of great abundance. What about you?
For me, I think the biggest takeaway is the power of partnership. I mean,
Mm.
us doing this thing together, there were days in those over those 3 months where I wanted to quit, and I think the same probably true for you, Grace. Right? And but the fun thing is they're usually not on the same days. In the days when I want to quit, or not the days when Gracie wanted to quit, and vice versa. And I think this was one of the part of partnership. It keeps you going, and whenever you lose the faith in a certain project, somebody else might still have the faith, and you can keep going. And also how you can come up with ideas that are better than what you might come up on your own. I think that's the power of partnership. I think I became aware
Mm.
of that very much. I tried to do this before. A couple years back, I did a video project of doing a video. I think every day or every couple days, and it ended. I think it ended after like 1 month of doing maybe 25 videos, or I'm not sure how many it actually were. But I couldn't keep it up. And now we found a method to keep doing it, so it's not something that's taking over our lives, but it's adding to our lives. And it's not like, okay, I need to do this video every day, like for 3 hours preparation, but it's something we can do, we can actually provide, and hopefully also add values to you for
Yeah,
listening. That's our wish, that's our heart's desire, right?
yeah, I love
um,
that. That's awesome. And yeah, the partnership with you has been such a blessing. And so I just want to thank our audience out there, Mark. Thanks for chiming in and letting us know you're there. I know we have a lot of shadow people that don't comment and just talk to us individually about being there. We thank you all. We are so appreciative of our audience, and what you can do for us is this. Engage with us on these videos as they come out every day. They're short, 3 minutes, sometimes four, but never more than four so far, and except today. And then comment. We'd love to engage with you. Share. Help us build our audience by sharing it with people in your circle of influence. And we also now have a page just for the 3-minute booster. Subscribe to that, and it will come to you directly every day.
Amazing. Thank you so much for being here with me, Grace. Thank you, everyone, for watching, for joining us today. And we hope to see you again tomorrow and the month of September, where we're going to be talking about inspiration. Thank you, everyone.
All right. Bye.
Bye-bye.